Emily, welcome to my channel. I make home education vloggy style videos with my 7-year-old daughter Rosie. This is it. We've been talking about it for so long, we've been learning about it for so long. We're off to Iceland. Hopefully I've not forgotten anything. Money's in there, passports are in there, change of clothes is in there. We took the advice of having a spare change of clothes and all that underwear in our hand luggage. Her tablet's currently charging at her dad's. They're coming to pick me up. He's giving us a lift to the airport. We're taking some snacks, not just for the plane, but like while we're over there, because Iceland's very, very expensive. I've had a couple of friends send me some Icelandic phrases, and that's the thing we forgot to do. We forgot to learn something. So that's something else to do on the plane if the plane has Wi-Fi. I don't know. I have no clue. Last time I went on a plane, I was about 16 and I was 15, 16, and I was a child and I wasn't paying attention. And we'd only just had the internet, so there definitely wasn't Wi-Fi because you had to plug everything in with a wire. Last of the generation that played outside most of their youth, but was still one of the first to conquer the internet. Yes, things have progressed since then. So I'm really, really nervous because no one can come and help me. When we went camping, we were close enough that if something went wrong, and I did have a friend come at the end of the week going, "You sound really, really stressed. Can I come visit you?" They can't do that with this. So yeah, I'm currently thinking, why on earth did you book this so far away? It's 1 a.m. That's why I look really well. It's 1:30 a.m, almost 2 a.m. That's why I look tired, because I struggled to get to sleep last night. Partly excitement, partly nerves. Yeah. Very soon, if I've forgotten something, it's going to be too late. So I'm desperately racking my brains and wondering, should I eat now? Should I put things in the bag? How much things am I allowed to take through the airport? Am I allowed to eat in the airport? I've got all these things going on. I've got no clue. I'm like, should I wear my rings? Are they going to make me take them all off when we go through the security thing? How much metal should I not wear so that it doesn't take as long to go through the metal detector? Do they bear that in mind? And I have no clue. And this is where my brain's kind of like, I'm self-assessed saying this, but I'm not sure if I have like ADHD with how my brain works. The more research I do, I was trying to understand a friend who has autism. I think he's got ADHD as well. And the more I learned about it, I was like, oh, that's me. Oh, that's me. And it's not even like recent, because it can be confused with CPTSD apparently. And this is another reason why it is, we're really good at going on tangents and then coming back to the subject. And I didn't realise not everyone can do that. So I shall come back to the subject now and stop tangenting off. But I don't know how much I'm going to remember to film while we're away, other than when we're in the hotel room, because I'm going to feel pretty self-conscious walking around with Rosie with my phone out filming myself. So we will have pictures, and this might be a lot of pictures, or muted videos, because we are going to go whale watching. So yeah, we'll try and share the experience with you guys, but if not, this is the state I'm in before I leave, and we'll catch up with you later in the holiday. Room, there's actually no proper drawer space at all. So we've got this little tiny area, and then this massive mirror which I can see Rosie preening herself in front of. We have this little bathroom which has a bath and a shower, which is lush, and somewhere to dry our towels. Free soaps, free shampoos, and then we have a little seat here. So I'm going to put our shoes under. What I'm confused about is they've got these blocks as bedside tables, but there's no storage. There's no storage in there. We've got what were supposed to be two singles. They are, but they've put a double mattress on it, so we can't separate them. A massive telly. A kettle, which I was hoping for. I assume this is to be able to ring the desk. And And then we've got this little sofa that Rosie's currently vegging on because she fell asleep on the coach. So yeah.
Don't forget the latest item.
I look rough because I got travel sick on the plane.
And there's a TV.
There is a TV. I didn't travel well on the train, and I've never been travel sick quite like that before. I thought I was going to pass out. So I really, really want to travel the world, but I'm going to have to find a way to not feel like that every time we go somewhere. We're going to chill out just a minute, get used to our room, let my head re-equilibrium itself, and then we're going to go and ask where the cat cafe is, and also ask kind of what is there nearby that we can walk to that's worth seeing down in reception. They gave us a map. Well, they didn't give us a map, but
we took a map.
We took a map because they were by reception and they looked like they were free and everyone will take them on. So there seems to be this really, really cool exhibition where you sit in like a flying machine and you see Iceland through the 4 seasons, but my head's not up for doing that today. So if we can afford it, we might see if we can fit in the Blue Lagoon tomorrow as well.
I want to go in there.
This is my side.
No,
this is my side. Get your dirty hands off my white.
Some books. We're gonna go.
Yeah, but get your it's white. Get your dirty hands off. Okay. Make sure you're clean. Please make sure you're clean.
Go wash my hands.
Yeah, we really, really want to do a hot spring, and maybe that tour on Tuesday morning before whale watching. We'll just have to see. Yeah, I'm a bit gutted. I got travel sick.
Me and the cat cafe have a cat.
We used to have one in Cardiff, baby. Apparently. So, we're ending our first day at the moment. We're just trying to stay awake long enough to get on this Northern Lights tour. Not pile on too many clothes too soon. We're kind of in our thermals and it's hot in our room, but not hot enough to dry the clothes. We got soaked in earlier. So earlier, we went for... Stop putting your feet on me, please. We got here and we saw the TUI rep to book us in for the Blue Lagoon on Tuesday as an added extra, because it was just like, I don't think we're going to come back because it's expensive here. So just get the last thing done that would have made me going, I wish I'd done that, I wish I'd done that. So just done. Yeah. So today we went and found the cathedral, which we'll include some pictures of, but it was way, way too wet to keep my phone out to film, and the cat cafe, which was definitely on Rosie's list to find while we were here. So Rosie got to sit while I had a cup of coffee and stroke a cat, which is kind of cool, I suppose. But we got very, very, very wet, and the wind was so strong I thought it was going to blow us into the roads and stuff like that. I was struggling to like stand still, and Rosie was like moving as well, and it's slushy and icy on the floor, so you were kind of like being dragged along. It was like, okay, yeah. And I'm not light. When I was younger, I used to be like 8 stone and feel like I'd blow away, but here it's just like, whoa. I'm not anywhere near that anymore, but so yeah, we're currently waiting to go on our tour, and then we've got to try and sleep tonight, ready for the Golden Circle tomorrow. I think it comes back about 4 o'clock, so we'll have tomorrow
And we
afternoon.
have for breakfast.
Pop to the shops again and just see, because we were looking at the souvenirs and pricing them up today to see how much we had left, because we've got Tuesday morning free to go back and spend any money that might not be needed for like dinner that day if we've got a lot left over. So yeah, I'm just trying to budget our money because we got told how expensive it was, and I just don't want to spend it all in one day and then realise, crap, we still got to eat. So we're slowly making our way through the snacks we bought. Yeah, I just wish I felt better, because motion sickness is something that doesn't go away quickly. So I'm kind of trying to wait 20 minutes before we're supposed to go to take the next one. But yeah, so far. Icelandic people are helpful and friendly, and their weather is very changeable. It's not as cold as I thought it would be, but once you're wet, it's really, really cold. So next time we know, it doesn't matter what the weather's like. Put your waterproofs on just in case, so that when it does hammer it down or the rain starts coming in sideways, you don't get soaking wet. So I recommend no matter where you go, you wear your waterproofs, because it's going to rain at some point, and then that's when you get cold because you're wet. So we'll let you know how the Northern Lights go in a bit. Whilst I did film while we were in Iceland, I am home now, but it's too long to post in one video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and break it into 2, maybe 3, depending how many pictures I've got, parts to share. If you haven't been to see the Northern Lights before and no one tells you, they're not very easy to see unless you have your phone camera set to a particular exposure that picks up on the lights, because the pictures I'm using, they're not actually mine. They're a guy on the coach, very kindly, when he realised I had none because I didn't know how to make my phone do what it was supposed to do. He very kindly sent me his pictures so that I could have the pictures of the ones we saw, and everything. I don't know if they're green at other times earlier into the winter because we're coming late now. But they weren't quite what I thought they were, that you could see all that green through a camera. Just a fair warning, make sure you've done your research of how you see the Northern Lights. It's not just a case of necessarily standing there and looking at them. I recognise the fact it's a certain exposure because when I was in college I did an art course and we went out and I did an open exposure project on a motorway bridge. My dad drove me out and I would just spin around with my camera and it would pick up, the film of that exposure would pick up all the lights, and make funky patterns if I moved it up and down and stuff. So that's the exposure you need. I forget now, after studying it, I forget what it's called, light exposure, something like that. But yeah, so I'm going to wrap this video up here. This is the end of our first day, and then I will post another video on the Golden Circle. And if I can fit it in, I'll do the other bits as well. If not, it'll be 3 videos of our adventures in Iceland. So for now, this is the end of part 1. So yeah, give it a thumbs up, and ta-ta from me, ta-ta from the Rose Bear.